Sean, what have you been doing lately?
Lately, I've been researching social networking spam.
Oh, yeah?
It was originally back in April, an article piqued my interest from this marketing strategy labs, the new spam fake Facebook profiles.
Right.
And from April to somewhere around late May, I actually discovered a bunch of fake Facebook profiles that had existed for months and started out by joining Mafia Wars and Farmville fan pages, making friends, and then when they reached about 4,000 friends, about 3 months into the profile's existence, they started spamming iPhone 4 spam.
Right. So we're talking about bots.
Bots, or actually I think from the company that was running that one, which was ZenNet Solutions, that these seem to be related to, which is a guy in Perth, Australia. They have jobs on their website for link builders and content creators. So these 3-month-old profiles were some student probably investing time in creating this resource to then activate it at a later date. So I found that kind of fascinating that they're probably automating part of this using scripts, but there's serious time invested in creating something that gathers up 4,000 friends.
Well, what's the actual goal? What are they trying to do with all this?
Well, they link to the spam. A lot of it is cost per action spam. Another big company involved with that is CPAlead.com. They seem to be the ones making the paying out the most, so they're the most popular among the affiliates that wish to abuse affiliate marketing. There's also companies, Peerfly, this Media was another name that was involved. There's a lot of different companies that act as middlemen. So in the old days, adware toolbars were the product, and they had direct affiliates. And now with social networking spam, what I'm seeing is there are affiliate networks acting as the middlemen for the product or brands, which allows for IP localization. So here in Helsinki, if you visit one of these sites that offers you survey spam, you're going to see localized results. So the surveys will be in Finnish if you're in Finland.
Right.
There'll be offers to download the i1 toolbar if you're in USA.
Right. So, but why is all this spam moving from email to social networks?
Social networks is where people are. So 500 million users in Facebook, though from all the fake profiles I've seen, I'm wondering how many, or maybe there's only really 400 million people in Facebook, but there are many, many millions of people in Facebook. Twitter, you have close to 9,000 followers in Twitter. If a bot can manage to get you to retweet something via a Twitter worm, that's 9,000 potential audience members that they click on the link.
I actually do believe quite a few of those 9,000 followers are bots, not real people.
Yeah, they want them to be auto-followed so they can promote a product or something.
Something like that.
Right, so I've seen spam through the Twitter network, Facebook network. On YouTube, there are videos that link to these survey spams. Our own product, Adobe products, any kind of product you can think of. The goal of this, or if it is looked at it in its purest model where it's legitimate, is to offer content that can be unlocked by filling out a survey. I've yet to find original content.
Right. So you always get something like a link to a YouTube video
or
just
a link to a torrent site.
There you go.
So the they say, hey, download this software, and when you go through all the steps, here's the link to the torrent site where you can download the software, and who knows how credible that is. So it's, in theory, something that could be used legitimately, but every instance I come across it, it's abuse. So Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Zing, Ping.
Right.
You know what Ping is?
With the P?
Yeah.
Well, I know the command.
Yeah, Apple's new social network.
Right, within iTunes.
Within iTunes, right. So the first day that launched, flooded with spam, which, Apple should really have been ready for that, because this is the new place for spammers to target, because this is where people are, and people share links, and you get credibility if my friend is sharing something.
Right.
You get the credibility of, oh, okay, Mikko just shared a link, I want to click on that link.
Exactly.
And here in Finland, recently, on Monday, there was a localized version of...
Right, in Finnish.
Yes.
Which worked really well, because people really weren't used to seeing these in the small local language in here.
Right.
So the same attack in English for international audience wouldn't have worked at all. In Finnish it worked surprisingly well.
Yeah, because the The numbers of the English language, the same subject line, oh my God, look what this father did when he caught his daughter on the webcam. In June, you might have gotten 100,000 to 300,000 clicks, and now we're seeing people getting used to this, desensitized to it, and now you only get tens of thousands of clicks.
Right.
So localized in Finnish, 107,000 clicks.
Which is actually pretty well.
That's 2% of the Finnish population.
Right, right. Although that story has a happy ending because the Finnish Consumer Ombudsman contacted the actual operators behind the scam. This was basically a scam to get people to subscribe to SMS services, which you would then pay 19 euros a month for.
Yeah.
And the Finnish Consumer Agency contacted the parties and they actually automatically refunded the money back. So people actually didn't lose their money in that case.
The biller, right? The facilitator of the billing process.
Exactly.
The vendor who actually was the subscription service hadn't replied to the Consumer Ombudsman
That's
yet.
correct. That's correct. But the company that builds the SMS billing system, which is actually Ericsson from Sweden, they refunded the money back.
So
great job.
that's good.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, I don't know if in other countries like the UK, if they have the similar consumer protection agencies aggressively going after these kind of scammers.
They should.
They should, yes.
So, email is no longer where spam is. Spam
social
is today.
network, yeah.
It's a social network. You heard it here first. Thank you very much.
Yeah, spam 2.0.